running with that, and I'll call this series Applied Marvel Comic Universe. Let's look at Ironman 1, 2, and 3. And I'm gonna spoil them probably. So if you haven't seen them and you wanna cover your eyes and your ears. So this would be a way to think about your own adaptations from trauma. Tony Stark finds himself in a cave. He builds a suit to break out of his capturedness. On the other side, he sees the world differently, and he finds that he can use his suit for good. That's one. And then I kind of mix up 2 and 3 together, but then what happens? And then in 2 or 3, the suit has capped his personal growth. It's interfering with his relationships and also his identity. And so he has to come to see who he is outside of those things. Okay, if you have been in a traumatic situation, particularly one that's a little bit longer, and trauma is such a big word. Let's say we can scale it back a little and just say people weren't available, or the environment wasn't available to be fully supportive of who you could truly be. You learn how to kind of adapt. That's your suit. You use your suit to get out of your trauma. Then you find, this suit does other things. For example, let's say that one of the adaptations you learned to get by was how to not upset other people. And so, as a feature of that Ironman suit, as a feature of that adaptation, you learn to read other people really well and pick up where they are emotionally and forecast what they might need and really be sensitive to where someone is. That's a really awesome tool and skill. And if you're not using it at the expense of your personal experience, you can do a lot of great things with it. How cool to meet somebody where they are, to even see or intuit or empath, this is where they are. If you take that on as your identity, the ability to meet people, do that, people please, etc., then you might not choose meeting yourself or pleasing yourself when you would need to, in a way that might ultimately damage the relationship that you're trying to tuck and roll with. Or perhaps the suit that you used was accomplishment, and that got you out of your situation, and yet it ultimately capped your growth because you got attached or entangled with this idea. You're not your suit. You created the suit to get out of the situation, and you have access to the gifts of the suit. How cool, but it's not who you are. So just like Tony had to learn that he's not that, you too can step into the separation between who you are naturally and who you had to be, and come to use those had to be skills intentionally. And that's just kind of one way to slice and dice Tony's character progression to better understand your own and the opportunities that are there. And I could go a fucking day about Marvel at this point. I'm just getting started. I'm in phase 3. Did I name? Am I naming my holding company that? I don't know, it's better than a tattoo, right? For now. I'm kind of kidding. In any case, if this is a helpful template or interesting, do say, because I will happily continue along presenting Applied Marvel Comic Universe.